Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. Oh gosh, everything's pinging. Welcome as I try to silence all the pinging and the panging and the whatever going on, right? How are you doing? How was your weekend? How was your week? What are you facing this week? What do you want? What are you launching into? What are you stepping into? Are you staying in your end results? Are other people dragging you out? Are you around toxic people? Right? I just had a very toxic message from someone. It was completely uncalled for. I went into a Facebook group that I'm new at. I've never posted in this group before. And I thought, well, today's the day. I'm going to go post. I was posting my wins. Unfortunately, there was a off-topic post in this group, which it really was no place for that to be. But, a story of sad one about someone's loved one or somebody that they knew that had passed away and that they had cancer in the family, and that now the niece is going in and she's got, apparently cancer as well. And they're raising money for this. So I don't know if that's legitimate or not. I've not been in the group. I don't know who this woman posting that is. And I, went down to post my homework. I was down posting my homework and following the prompts, and happy that I finally did this. And I got this private message from a woman that was downright nasty, telling me that I was self-indulgent and I had no business making comments about, who do I think I was making these comments? Well, I didn't obviously do that on purpose. I made a horrible mistake. I was rattled and literally shaking just a few minutes ago. The adrenaline, my fight or flight got triggered, and I've been talking about that lately. Right off the charts. It didn't take much. I was, she shamed me. She humiliated me. I reported her because it was bullying. There should be no bullying in the group. It should be a safe place for anyone in any Facebook group to post. I was just doing my homework. I made a mistake. She probably shouldn't have posted what she posted in the group. It's off topic. It lends itself for mistakes like that, especially from someone who's new to the group. And I don't even know how that happened. Obviously, it happened for a reason. Maybe it happened because I needed to talk about this today. I don't know. But, just letting that go. That individual, reacted before thinking. And unfortunately, there's a lot of that going on around here in this country right now. Way too much reacting, not thinking about, let me not react. Let me think about this for a moment. This person just wrote these things in this place. It's like, or this person did or said this. Is like, did they make a mistake perhaps? Where are they coming from? Maybe I can just message this person and let them know I didn't like the comment. Did you really mean that? Did you realize that you did this? Did you set that up? Right? It could have been handled so differently. And this is what happens when we react, when we are in our reptilian brain reacting to something from our filters, right? I had posted this, this homework assignment was, that's all that we do in the group. And this person posted something in the middle of it all that I thought I had gone past, because again, I didn't know if it was legit. She's asking for money and probably shouldn't be doing that in the group. But, do you see how her reaction could have got my reaction? My fight or flight got engaged. I got angry, right? She's tried to shame me. She tried to humiliate me. And it was absolutely uncalled for. I don't know who she is. And just gotta let it go. I could have responded to her in a nasty way. I chose not to. I'm like, what the hell is she? First I got this thing. I'm like, what the hell is this? Right? I don't know who this woman is. And she's accusing me of these things. And she's saying horrible things. What is this? I mean, she was a bully. I reported her, but my reacting the way that she reacted would have really blown things up. I could have ripped her one side up and down the other too, right? Then we both get kicked out of the group. It's a brand new group. is a brand new coach for me. This is his coaching group. So anyway, I apologized to her. I said, wow, I deleted my post immediately. I was mortified that it ended up there. It should not have. I don't know how that happened, but things happen for a reason. Maybe she needed to see her severity and her lack of self-control. If she's conscious enough, right? If she has enough awareness about herself to know that, gee, that's in the wrong place. Obviously, I can either report it and ask them to take it down. This person put it in the wrong place, obviously. Obvious. Instead, she chose to lash out. Right? If she had a loaded gun, she'd have probably shot me. Right? She let her anger override her thinking brain in this instance, her emotions. She got triggered. How dare this person post this self-indulgent comment, blah, 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 when someone's died and someone else is dying. Come on. Come on. People find themselves, it's kind of like driving on the freeway, right? And we've all done this, right? Somebody cuts you off, you swear at them, you flip them off, whatever. Because you're in this protective bubble, you think. I'm not sure why we think we're in a protective bubble, just because we don't have the contact. We have the energy contact. I shoot negative energy at that person and it gets shot back. Not only that, but I'm putting poison daggers in that person's energy. And then they're doing it, and if they decide to engage, they're doing the same thing back. So, I've got some clearing to do from this woman. She's whacked my energy for good, really good today. And so I will, I'm fine now. This just happened minutes ago. So thank goodness I have the tools to be able to come back, ground. I'm fine. I'm fine. I made a mistake, a stupid mistake. I took care of it. I handled it. So yeah, it's Monday. different kind of a start to the Monday here, Mindset Monday. My daughter came and stayed with me last night, and I'm going to bring her up today because this morning she got up at 5 o'clock in the morning, and I got up, and she, obviously wanted her alone time. So I honored that. I went back to sleep for a little while, and I got up again about an hour later, and she kept groaning about, oh, I don't want to go to work today. And then this was funny because she says, my third chakra is telling me that it doesn't want to go to work today. So maybe should I just listen to that, Mom? And I'm like, yeah, no. No. She's out of town for her, in town for me. So she's up in Reno with a work thing that she may have to do now and then. We didn't know that when I moved here. So it's kind of fun that I'll actually be able to see her even a little bit more now that I've moved. Oh my goodness, here we go again with the beeping and the stuff. So yeah, so she was just not into going in, and there's a very, very negative person that actually is the supervisor that she's taking over for. She's replacing this person, but not soon enough, I guess. This person has brought down the entire culture of the plant where she's, or the warehouse where my daughter works, where it's a distribution center, and she's in charge of managing that. And has been given the mandate and the 100% go ahead and budget to turn the culture of the company around. I'm like, if anybody can do that, my daughter can do that. So, but she's starting to feel that it's a huge undertaking, because it really is. She said, we can't replace people fast enough, because, when the cancer is spread and it's not cut out right away. And the reason why this negative supervisor was not removed is because he's a workhorse. He will work from, he'll work, around the clock. Well, the millennials don't do that. They're into life work balance. And there's a conflict there. It's like my daughter's in her conflict of needing to go to work and not wanting to go to work. So inner conflict, which we know well. So this individual has just really infected everyone there. So such that my daughter was feeling overwhelmed by the complexity of this challenge. And it's unfortunate. There are super negative people out there, and that's just his personality. I mean, she's not going to be able to change him, but she can change the culture where she is with her mindset, with her being upbeat, but going down his rabbit hole with him in the negativity muck, she's not going to, it's affecting her. Just not even mentally, it's affecting her physically. She was literally groaning, hunched over, not wanting to go in. And, mom being who she is, right? I'm like, you know what? Change that mindset now, or you're going to have a crap day. Do not let that individual's energy, that mindset infect you. I'm not going to let this woman's nastiness, it's done. It has no, her negativity has no place in my life. My daughter, on the way out the door, I'm like, look up and look around. Your view for the next 15 to 20 minutes on your way into your new location, this job, is gorgeous. We're surrounded by mountains that are full of snow, snow-capped mountains, and it's just breathtaking. It's absolutely breathtaking, especially the sunrise and the sunsets here are gorgeous. So, yeah, change your thinking, change. If you have to move your body, go outside, go somewhere else, look up, do whatever it takes, dance, sing, listen to music. You are the only one who can control that. It is so easy to let the BS that others bring into our space. And it doesn't take much, right? I just taught over the weekend an energy course, and you guys have had some energy work with me if you've been with me for a while. Your aura is around you. You can feel that negativity walk into the room. You can feel sometimes danger, right? There's places where you probably felt all for no reason whatsoever, that you just all of a sudden felt unsafe, and you just felt like, I gotta leave. I gotta go somewhere else. That's your intuition. That's your energy field sensing something's off. It's not in alignment with you. It's dangerous. Go. Yeah. And if you don't go, at least have some protection up. That's one of the things I taught in the class over the weekend was protecting yourself with what I call a separation rose. That what's going on outside is not your business. But that rose reminds you, oh, okay, but what's going on? This is my defined space. This is my space. What's going on inside my space is my business. And what's going on inside of here is nobody's business but yours. You can allow their negativity and their mindset and their negative energy. You can allow all that in, but that's your choice. You chose to allow that in. We know that we have to get control of this. And we're surrounded by 8 billion people who don't have control of it. There's only a handful of us that actually, this is what's happening. Is that the way that I want to go? Am I going to go down the rabbit hole? Am I allowing my unconscious mind to get triggered? Am I allowing my all those aspects of me to just completely erupt right now? Or am I going to rope that back in, stay focused on my end result, and keep going? It's a choice. It's just a choice. Yeah. So what wonderful things have manifested for you since you last saw me? What amazing things have manifested for you? I have a story to share. So I've got some properties. I think I've let you know, I've got some duplexes out in Texas that we bought many, many years ago when I first got married, and now I'm divorced. We're having to separate, properties and things. So the ex has not wanted to sell them, but we have to sell them. So it looked like, we could only put one on this year for lots of reasons. And he's wanting to put, kind of put the kibosh on the, kind of right down your feet. Well, it looked like last week when we spoke to our realtor that it might not sell this year. She pointed out we don't have a lot of time, and that we would basically need a cash offer if we were going to close by the end of the year, because frankly, the holidays are upon us and we're not going to get that done. As the ex-husband was starting to argue for putting it off till next year, I declared it will sell this year. There was silence. And I think I repeated myself. It will sell this year. Realtor said, well, okay, we'll need a cash offer, or, we'll have to do whatever whatever, see whatever type of offer we get, right? It may not be this year. She just was being practical, and sure, absolutely. We hung up. About 2 hours later, she said she had an offer. By the end of the day, she had another offer, cash. And by the next day, we had 2 other offers. I'm just telling you that until you make a decision, you make a declaration. In this case, I had to fight the unwillingness of my ex. I made the declaration, and bam, it happened. I talked to you guys about this house. When I was in resistance because I was having to quickly find something because I was being forced out of, back that up. I mean, I wasn't being forced out at first. When I was first looking, I wasn't necessarily being forced out, but I needed to make a move. Needed to make a move. So it really wasn't until I was basically booted out that I got out of resistance and said, okay, it doesn't matter where I go. I'm leaving. Unconscious mind, we are leaving here, whether it's to a home or it's to an apartment. Right now, the homes are not working, so we're going to go look at apartments. Within 24 hours, less than that, this house came up. And they accepted my offer. Whereas before, I couldn't get my offers accepted. So just saying, when you decide, sometimes it takes a bold move. Sometimes it takes a leap of faith. I know it's very cliche, right? But that leap of faith is like, okay, unconscious mind, my angels, my God, where are we going? Right? Show me, show me where we're going. I literally was asking them to show me, and then bam. But I had to make the move. I had to make the decision. I'm out. I had to make the declaration. This will happen now. Writing it down, writing your goals down is so important. Declaring it out loud, sharing it with others, because there are others who, when they hear about, right, I told you guys, when I manifested the car for my daughter, the husband was busy, finding things that were wrong with the cars, until I said, you know what, I'm done with this. My child is not safe, not having the car and not having a ride within, a few minutes of calling an Uber or whatever, and being stuck out in the dark on a pier somewhere out in Santa Monica Pier. That's not okay. I will figure it out. I will get the car. The next morning, I let somebody know. He said, well, what kind of car are you looking for? I'm looking for a Prius. How old? Oh, used. So well, I just put one on Craigslist this morning. Huh? You can't make this stuff up. You can't make this stuff up. He said, how much you want to spend? I thought, that's not what I'm going to spend. He gave me a little discount. Great, done. He brought the car over that afternoon. I drove it around for a couple of days. That was it. There are other people's wants and desires that are going to get in your way. There are other people that, as a creator, as a powerful manifester, will like to stop you from creating for whatever reason that is, whether that's that you're making them feel uncomfortable because maybe you're getting out ahead of them. Maybe they're feeling inferior. Maybe they don't know what it is you're doing over there. Change is always happening. Change is always happening. There's no such thing as staying the same or staying still. You just have to stay focused on your end result and doing the things that you know that work. Last week, a client came on and said, I don't know why I allow myself to get distracted with all these other different processes and things when this is what works. Because we had a phenomenal recode. And it's like, yeah, I don't know why you did that or gave up on this because this works. It does work. So if it didn't work, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be teaching it. I wouldn't be leading you. So good. So this is a different kind of Mindset Monday. Again, focusing on your staying 100% focused on your end result. We're going into the end of the year. What can you do? You know, the 80-20 rule, right? We spend so much of our time on just what the 20%. Flip it. Make sure that you're hitting, what is going to really make an impact. Ask yourself, what is it that I can do today, tomorrow, this week? What steps are going to have the biggest impact on where I'm going? What is that thing or things? Who do I need to get help from? Do I need to get on with Linda for a recode? Do I need to get into the group? Whatever that is, take that step. Just do it. Just do it. You won't be sorry. I mean, my goodness, when you get going in this process, you look back at a year and the growth, the expansive, massive growth that you've had. The changes that you've made, and some of you may already be shocked at what you've already created. It's like, okay, created this thing. Oh, great. It's not one and done and now you're done. No, you keep on creating, keep going. Show the way, be the light, right? There are a lot of people who don't know how to create. Create for them. I'm not saying manifest for them, but show them the way. Your abundance and all that you create overflows to them. You inspire them. They see what you're doing. And then they can decide, I can receive and I can get into starting and creating. You're already doing all of that. You're doing all that. You're doing a great job. Really well done. I'm going to go ahead and sign off for today. Go be magnetic and let me know how things are going. Drop me a line. Take good care. Bye-bye.